What if one developer building a personal project in his spare time created something so powerful that it went viral globally, got renamed twice after a trademark fight with Anthropic, got his AI bots banned by three Korean tech giants simultaneously, and then got hired by OpenAI? Well, it sounds like a science fiction, but that happened. His name is Peter Steinberger, and his project is called OpenClaw. Welcome back to another episode of Data Science with Sam. I'm your host, Sam, and today we are diving into OpenClaw, the most viral open source AI project of early 2026. And honestly, one of the most fascinating stories about what the agentic AI era actually looks like in practice. Not in a research paper, not in a demo, merely in the practical world right now, on people's laptop and Mac minutes around the world. Peter Steinberger is an Austrian developer, founder of PSPDF Kit. In November 2025, he built an AI assistant for himself and published it on GitHub as ClaudeBot. It was a nod to Anthropic's Claude chatbot, keeping with the lobster theme he liked. Then in late January 2026, something magical happened. A social platform called Malt launched. Think Reddit, but specifically designed for AI bots to interact with each other. It accumulated 1.6 million registered bots and 7.5 million AI-generated posts almost overnight. That spectacle of AI bots chatting publicly drew massive attention back to Steinberger's project. It exploded to 60,000 GitHub stars in 72 hours. And Anthropic filed trademark complaints over the name, so he renamed it to Malt Bot on January 27th. And then it renamed again to OpenClaw 3 days later. As of March 2026, the project has nearly 250,000 GitHub stars and over 47,000 forks. That is genuinely historic growth for an open source project. So now you must be thinking, what does it actually do? So OpenClaw is different from your typical AI chatbot because it doesn't just respond to you, it acts. It runs as a persistent process on your local machine. You give it your own API key from Anthropic or OpenAI or DeepSeek, and it connects to messaging apps you already use, like WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, Slack, Signal, iMessage, so on and so forth. So you literally message your AI like you're texting a coworker, and it can send emails, browse the web, read and write files, run shell commands, manage your calendar, execute code, fill out forms, and orchestrate automation with cron jobs. It also has a skill system, community contributed plugins packaged as markdown files. There are over 700 skills on ClawHub covering everything from cold email generation to EV charging automation to outbound phone calls. So it's massive if you think in that way, that by just running a voice command or typing a short text message, you can make AI do stuff for you. Now, here's the main thing that I would like to bring forth to you, all my listeners here. How come we make sure that the security will still be intact? How come we make sure that the AI bots won't go rogue for this one? That's the one thing we need to talk about, right? So now where things get complicated from security standpoint. Because Cisco's security research team found that at least one third-party OpenClaw skill was actively performing data exfiltration and prompt injection without user awareness. So how do we mitigate that? Especially if you're a non-technical person, you're relying on your AI to do technical stuff for you. how do you oversee that the AI is not doing something rogue? One of OpenClaw's own maintenance posted publicly on Discord that, and I quote it like this: if you can't understand how to run a command line, this is far too dangerous of a project for you to use safely. So here is the thing. You need to be able to, think as a technical person while running Cloudbot. If you don't know how to kind of open your command prompt on your Mac or terminal on your MacBook and run specific commands, you should not be using this technology. 3 major South Korean tech companies, Kakao, Naver, and Carrot, issued simultaneous internal bans. An AI agent with full system access, persistent permissions, and minimal human oversight is powerful in the right hands and catastrophically risky in the wrong ones. One user configured their OpenClaw to explore its capabilities and later discovered it had created a dating profile on a platform called Malt Match and was screening potential romantic matches without being asked. This is not science fiction. This is a college student's laptop in 2026, which has the capability to go anywhere on the internet and do stuff for a human. And that for that, you don't even need a human oversight. In a way, it sounds like definitely a science fiction, but it's possible right now, but it's scary too. So that's what we need to figure out, how we can mitigate those security risk aspect even before we start amplifying the capability of this technology. Now here I'm going to talk about the industry impact so far. In February 2026, Steinberger announced he was joining OpenAI and handing the project to an open source foundation. That tells you something. OpenAI looked at what one developer built with available tools and said, we want that person. Of course, Steinberger is a genius. He's a smart guy. They will definitely need him. The shift OpenClaw represent is from AI as a chatbot to AI as an agent. Not something that answers your question, but something that executes on your behalf around the clock. That is a fundamentally different category of technology, and we're only at the beginning. So just to wrap up this episode, OpenClaw, in my opinion, is messy, risky, and genuinely exciting. It's the first real glimpse of what personal AI agents look like when the community builds them faster than any single lab can. And that's probably the main USP of open source. It's really showing that what open source can do if you can just give some power to the open source developers. But if you want to dig deeper, I will definitely recommend you to just go to the YouTube vlog and the podcast vlog description, where I share the link to the GitHub of OpenClaw and DigitalOcean Getting Started guide in the description. But please run it in a sandbox environment. Make sure that you're not giving any unauthorized access to the AI agent that will do something on your behalf. However, it does something that it's not supposed to be doing. Don't give it access to your main machine, not yet. And that's kind of my formal advice, but you can definitely work in it in your favor if you have a certain sandbox environment, and you can mitigate any sort of ramification that OpenClaw might exhibit in future. So think about it and use the technology to your benefit. Subscribe for more contents from my YouTube channel, and also share my podcast vlog or blog description with your contacts. If you really like this episode, if you want me to cover some other AI topics, please feel free to share your comments in this comment section. And also in my next episode, I'll talk about another AI topic. So please stay tuned, and goodbye for now. Thank you.